There's a special kind of comical that only exists in the criminal world. It's the kind of comical where you commit a serious crime and then instead of keeping your mouth shut like a man who doesn't want to catch a life case, you pull out your phone and film yourself doing it on purpose.
Yo, let's get straight into this, man. When gangsters film themselves committing crimes.
Get you a case, since as people say, when something is online, it's there forever. I do not think you can get much goofier than sharing yourself doing illegal shit so other grown men can look at you and think you're hard.
I like to get a bunch of men together. Okay? Men. That are the hardest of the hard.
Just to then get thrown in prison over something not worth the time. These are real cases where criminals handed prosecutors a gift-wrapped confession and then acted surprised when it was used against them. In May 2016, Redarius Collins, just 18 at the time, and Marcus Parker burglarized a home in Pinecrest, Florida, and walked out with a safe. Inside that safe was over $500,000 worth of jewelry. A whole $500,000 that could have been fenced for at least a few hundred G's. And what did they do with it? They took it to a jewelry shop in a mall and sold the whole thing for $1,300 each. They essentially traded a Lambo for a 2009 Civic and called it a win.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Shit, dog.
But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that Collins posted a video on Facebook. In the video, he and his crew are riding in a car, blasting music, waving stacks of cash at the camera, and screaming, "We got a safe," into the phone.
The safe man is not out of order.
Somebody say check, man.
3 men seen on this Facebook Live video brag about having a safe as they flash hands full of cash.
Just casually advertising to the entire internet that they committed a burglary. Police saw it, both men were arrested, and here's the cherry on top. After he got caught, Collins went back to Facebook and posted that Facebook was snitching. The app snitching.
Bruh.
The guy who filmed himself bragging.
How dumb can you be to be saying some shit like that, bruh? Like, come on, gang.
About a robbery was mad at Facebook because police saw the video that he posted publicly online. Y'all can't make this goofy shit up. These goofs also got the owner of Zodium Jewelry and Watches in Southland Mall, Oscar Sequeira, arrested as well, although he probably should have been arrested anyways for lowballing them so hard. In late 2023, a car theft gang out of Bradford, England pulled off 9 burglaries across Lancashire, stealing luxury cars worth tens of thousands of pounds. That included a BMW X3 worth £79,000 and a Volkswagen Tiguan worth £35,000. And one member of the gang, 22-year-old Hamza Ghafour, decided to document the whole operation. Ghafour filmed himself putting on his face mask before jobs. He filmed himself driving the stolen BMWs. He filmed himself with stacks of cash afterward, essentially a behind-the-scenes, never-before-seen before and after for the feds. Shit was like a makeover video, except the makeover is, I used to be a free man and now I'm not. When police arrested him, his phone was basically a mobile confession. Lancashire police jailed him for 6 years, the gang got 15 years total, and then the department held a press conference and officially called him not the brightest burglar of the bunch. During the search of his bedroom, police also found a Louis Vuitton bag containing 926 wraps of crack cocaine and 319 wraps of heroin. So the man who thought filming his burglaries was clever also kept his entire drug supply in a suspicious designer handbag. I can't imagine how his homies felt about him after all that went down. Hakeem Robinson, aka Queso, was a Jacksonville drill rapper in the ATK gang. ATK was involved in a violent gang war with rival gang KTA, a rivalry that led to several viral songs and infamous social media posts mocking dead rivals.
That's hella
Queso,
crap,
his cousin
gang.
Roy Whitaker, and Dominique Butta Barner ambushed and murdered a rival rapper named Charles McCormick, aka
Hella hair
in a
on
shopping
too,
plaza
bro.
parking lot. McCormick had made a diss track about Robinson's stepbrother, Willie Addison, who'd been killed in a 2019 drive-by. So Robinson wanted revenge. After the murder, Robinson posted an Instagram photo of McCormick with the words "bye-bye" on it. He made several posts mocking Robinson and danced to songs mocking him on Insta Live.
Yo, nigga. Nigga, go get my toes done. I'm Latin. Come in, boy.
Oh, what the hell?
His friend Young and Ace also released a rap song called Queso Homicide.
Sheesh.
Robinson also killed a 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor, or KTA Bibby, outside a housing project in Jacksonville. He mocked Bibby's death even harder, making jerseys with his name on them, making an album cover with his face on it, and calling his blunts Bibby. But investigators used his posts as key evidence. The lead detective openly stated they were critical pieces in identifying the killer, just in case anyone thought he was being subtle. But here's where it gets really dark. Robinson's father, his gang boss Abdul Robinson Sr., helped the killers escape after the McCormick shooting. He was arrested as an accessory after the fact, and then prosecutors offered him a deal. Testify against your own son and nephew, and you'll get time served instead of life in prison. Abdul took the deal. In 2023, Abdul Sr. and Butta Barner flipped. At trial, Sr. identified his son as the shooter in video footage. He admitted he helped destroy evidence. He told the jury he understood testifying could send his son to prison for life, but he said he was cooperating so he could get out in time to raise his younger kids. Hakeem Robinson and his cousin were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison in October 2025. Abdul Robinson Sr. was sentenced to time served and released. Queso still faces a nearing trial for Bibby's murder. On April 9th, 2017, 20-year-old from Vina, California, started his morning like most Americans by shooting at random cars on the street. Of course, you can't forget a side of live streaming on Facebook with your breakfast. He called himself Big Slick Low, stuck his tongue out at the camera, and waved the gun around like he was filming a music video. Deputies showed up and Vasquez fired at them. He shot at a patrol car, fired at 2 deputies in a helicopter, still on Facebook Live. It was later stated that Vasquez was high on drugs and was suffering due to the loss of 2 family members in recent years. At one point he said, "They're here, they know where I am," fired a shot, then said, "Sorry guys," and fired another one.
Bro, what the hell type of vlog is this? Fucking...
He barricaded himself in a house for 2 hours with the stream still going. He talked to a negotiator on camera.
This is a live stream too, bro.
Vasquez pleaded guilty to 7 counts of assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer and was sentenced to 30 years and 8 months.
Fucking okay.
The Julio gang was a gang of 6 men, 18 to 28.
30
from Woolwich,
years,
South London. They had a
boy.
feud with a rival gang and turned it into a spectacle. They went through the normal routine of gangbanging in the 21st century. They posted videos on social media, made drill music about their crimes, and in those videos, they didn't just show guns. They assigned specific bullets to specific rival gang members by name. All of it was posted online for anyone to see, including police. If a rival gets killed and you weren't even the killer, you'd become suspect number 1 just by existing. The gang was connected to 2 shootings on the Cherry Orchard estate. One victim took a gunshot wound to the arm. Police seized a phone from gang member Brian Adu, who, by the way, was found at the crime scene the next morning and told officers he was just cleaning his shoes. And on that phone was a collection of videos showing the group with firearms. All 6 were convicted of conspiracy to possess firearms with intent to endanger life. Total sentence, 41 and a half years. 2 of them denied everything and made up stories, but the jury didn't care. In fact, after sentencing, the Court of Appeal reviewed the sentences and decided 2 of them were actually too lenient and bumped them up. In 2021, DelMarco Craig, a Detroit rapper who went by the Big Homie, hopped on Instagram
Them
Live
boys
and
got
showed off a
done
Glock pistol.
dirty,
Converted
boy.
into a fully automatic machine gun, not a regular gun. A whole machine gun on Instagram Live. The worst part was that he did it knowing full well that he was a convicted felon, which meant possessing any firearm at all was already a federal crime, let alone an illegal machine gun. Federal agents had actually been monitoring his Instagram account for months before the video. So when he posted that, it was less of a surprise and more of a formality. 3 days after the live stream, ATF agents raided a home connected to Craig and seized 6 firearms, including what appeared to be the exact modified Glock from the video. 2 of the guns were stolen, and ballistic tests linked one of the seized firearms to 7 separate shootings, including a homicide. Craig was arrested and charged with multiple federal firearms offenses and even held without bond. His own lawyer acknowledged the situation, saying something along the lines of,
Fucking
"A lot of young
dog.
rap artists use guns in videos, but that doesn't make them thugs. That's all cool. The
Facts,
guns were
G,
real."
facts. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. I'm getting hungry as hell, man. Need to make a feed in this bit. So yeah, I'm gonna tap out.